when we talk about, I should talk over the other person. Either I should talk about that person and I should talk over the person. We don't talk about the issue, but we talk about people. That is a thing about aggressive communication. And usually, in this kind of
Sorry to say, sir, but we can't hear you clearly.
yeah, there are background noises. I think somebody has unmuted him or herself. I would request that person to mute, please. I request all participants to mute yourself. So I'll repeat, ma'am, don't worry. I was discussing about three types of, situations. How do we respond to the communication?
Hello, sir. So you don't have any option to mute all of them?
I think now I am audible to everybody. Now I think that
Yes,
was
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you. So there are three kinds of communication: aggressive communication, assertive communication, or submissive or passive communication. Let me discuss with you aggressive communication. When we have this thing in mind that I must have the last word when the communication is happening, I should take over, or I should be talking over the other person. I should be the one who is taking the lead. And usually, in such kind of communication, our emotions are not under control. We are out of control in the emotions. Usually, we are in a form of blaming somebody. And we may be in a position to talk down about people or the situation. So, that is called as aggressive communication. The third part out of these three is submissive or passive communication. We think about, okay, whatever is happening, let it happen. I am not bothered about it. Usually prefer to be quiet. There is no eye contact when you have submissive or passive communication. Usually your posture is of withdrawn. You say, I need not to bother about the whole communication. Sulking, you are in a sulking manner. You don't like the things happening around. You remain submissive, or there is fear in the mind. If I say something that may be wrong or right? So these are some of the traits which we see in aggressive and submissive or passive communication. Or in this picture, I am able to share with you in a simple version. These are the three actually the traits which we apparently see in three ways of communication. The one who is aggressive says, I would reveal everything. The one who is submissive or the passive communicator would say, I would just listen. I would not talk anything. I would just be a listener. Whereas the assertive communication talks about understanding. So it is a combination of revealing and listening. So that is a midway approach. And positive, being assertive means being positive about both the pros and cons. Or in other ways, as this picture shows, it doesn't. The one person who is aggressive would talk about his or her needs only. That is aggressive communication. The passive would say, okay, let other needs to be talked about more. I need not to be bothered about myself much. But being assertive communicator means you talk about yours and other needs in a balanced manner. So basically, when aggressive and passive meet together and in a balanced manner, it's a combination of both the communicators. Or if we put the communicators on a scale, we could see being an assertive communicator, it is actually a balancing act. If we put them under a scale of 1 to 10, the passive would remain quiet, least bothered about what is happening. And the moment you go into the next level of the scale, it is exactly in the center when you remain as an assertive communicator. That is, you are balancing both the act. And if you look at aggressive, being very aggressive, being in a defensive manner, say, I need to take over the whole discussions. So these are how we can differentiate between a assertive or aggressive or a passive communicator. What are the rationales behind being these three types of communicators, or what are the icebergs that actually give a push to a person? कौन सी चीजें हैं जो वो हमें विवश करती हैं to be aggressive, to be assertive, or to be submissive? The best defense is a strong offense. As a teacher or as a communicator, I feel if I'll be able to give the best defense, I think that'll be strong offense for me. Aggressive says you have got to be loud and strong when you want to express something. It means if you want to win the situation, you need to be louder, you need to be stronger. And such kind of aggressive communicator, they never back down from a fight, always ready. Any sign of weakness and you'll be taken advantage of. So I should not be able to display any weakness. That is the attitude of an aggressive communicator. And I want it now, I deserve it right now. This is the attitude of an aggressive communicator. When we talk about, we'll talk about submissive first, the third one, and then in the center we would come assertive at the last. Submissive talks about it's wrong to compare. There is a mindset amongst the submissive communicator. If I complain something, it is very bad on my part, so I should not complain, I should not talk about anything. And I don't really care, it doesn't matter. And there is a mindset amongst the submissive communicators, I'll make enemies if I speak my mind. It means if I say something, people won't like it, they would be my enemies, so I need not to speak. It's better to keep mum. No one ever really changes anyway. Whatever, if he says, if I say something, it's not gonna make any change on the listeners or the people who are my listeners. And there's a mindset that is more important that people like me than to be right. So there's an inferiority complex among submissive communicators. And there is a engraved mindset, why to be in conflict? Why should I invite conflict by saying something? So these are the traits or say the push behind being aggressive or submissive. Now see what are the positive traits of assertive communicator. We can work this out. It means he has a can-do approach. It can be done. I can do it. I trust you and I respect you. The one who is assertive communicator, he respects the feelings of others, the emotions of others. And the communicator who is assertive, he has this attitude that I can express myself clearly and confidently. He has this confidence in him that yes, I can be expressive. What I believe matters. Whatever opinion I carry, people would listen to it because my opinion is also that something better to the listeners or other communicators. So these are the push behind being an aggressive, assertive, or submissive. When you elaborate this to your children, definitely they're going to be assertive communicator looking at the positive traits of being assertive. Assertive communication is the ability to express positive and negative ideas and feelings in an open, honest, and direct way. What you feel about something, but without disrespecting somebody, you are able to present it in a better manner. It recognizes our rights while still respecting the rights of others. Allows us to take responsibility for ourselves and our actions without judging or blaming other people. We need not to be judgmental. Being assertive communicator or to be assertive communication, we should not be judgmental on everything. We should not blame people. And in other ways, it's a proactive method of expressing feelings and desires. Now, these are the 3 C's of assertive communication. Be confident, be very clear, and be in control of your whole modulation. When say confident, you believe in your ability to handle the situation and are composed. The message is easy to understand, is not exaggerated, and control. You are tracking the other person and modulate yourself if necessary. It means the one who is your listener, the one who views you, one who look at you, you are able to modulate according to their necessities and needs. How you can be more assertive? It's not only about, because if you become assertive communicator, you yourself, your persona traits, your personality traits have to be assertive. So it says you make the decision to positively assert yourself. Your decision has to be like that. You need to be open, honest about your communication. For a good speaker, for a good communicator, you have to be active listener. and you agree to disagree. You have your opinion. You can put up your opinion. You need not to go on a guilt trips that whatever I said was wrong. Why should I have said that? You need not to go for guilt trips. Stay calm. You need to be calm in yourself and problem solving approach to conflict. Whatever conflict of come across, you should be able to have a problem solving attitude and approach with you. You need to practice assertiveness, positivity in you. Then only you can sharpen your skill as a positive or assertive communicator. Now, when you talk about classroom situation, this is one example how you can enhance effective communication through role play. Now, I've given you this situation and I would share or discuss briefly with you all. This is the role play script. The situation is two classmates have been given the joint responsibility of switching off all the lights and fans and putting away the registers and books at the end of the classes. So you look at the children and give them this role play. How somebody plays the role. I would read out to you, classmate one. The situations are almost the same. You and your classmates have been given the joint responsibility of switching off all lights and fans and putting away the registers and books at the end of classes. Your classmate always avoids his share of the work by making some excuse and leaving early. You end up doing most of the work. Today, after helping you for a bit, she says, I have to visit my aunt today, so I am leaving. Another classmate, you and your classmate have been given the joint responsibility of switching off all lights and fans and putting away the registers and books at the end of classes. You hate the chore and always avoid doing it. But when your classmate starts collecting the register, you help him or her for a bit and then make an excuse to today, so I am leaving. So these are the situations given to the two classmates, and the rest of the children, I'm sharing the worksheet with you on the next page. You show them this worksheet.